Afterburner. That's the name of the show. And the Calgary Flames didn't burn tonight. They got burned. And we're here to talk after they got burned. That's the name of the show. After a 6-3 loss. Was it 6-3? Can you remind me, Pike? 6-3? Yeah, 6-3, something like that. Wasn't 6-7, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. That's Afterburner. It's the Calgary Flames and the San Jose Sharks. Mike Gould and Ryan Pike with you on a Tuesday night.
Still Tuesday.
Yeah,
we're going to finish the show on Tuesday. Hell or high water.
We will finish this show on Tuesday. Thank you, Ryan.
What did you think of the actually? Well, we can get into. I think we have some business to take care of before we get into our deep emotional thoughts about Game 34 of the National Hockey League season.
I'm sorry, I was mid intro, but you have business. What's the business?
Well, I think finishing the intro.
There we go. That's right.
It was a game.
Yeah, it's a game, and we're here after the Flames got burned at the Shark Tank in San Jose. It's Afterburner. Here, a presentation of Bet365. Whatever your bet, it is never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use the code NATION over at Bet365. Good folks. And after you head on over there, you can just drop back in and leave us a super chat. Proceeds from the super chat go to the Youth Centers of Calgary, a place where kids are welcomed and accepted as they are, a place where they can get a break from the chronic stress that is the reality for many of their lives, and where they can flourish through connections and fun. We have to be on our toes reading those reads. They're very important parts of the show, as opposed to the Calgary Flames got burned in San Jose tonight. And,
I mean,
lost 6-3.
I don't think they weren't nearly as bad as the score indicates. Like, this is the kind of game where you're gonna look at the box score and go, "Oh, Wolf gave up 5 goals. That poor sucker. I guess he's bad again." And I would say that Askarov was a little bit better than Wolf. But I would also say, I'll just throw this out there, Michael, you know very well, Thomas Spear, the current goaltending coach of the San Jose Sharks, was the Flames development goalie coach the first 3 years Dustin Wolf was in the organization.
That's right.
And so, I'll just say, I don't know, outside of like maybe Mackenzie Skapsky, I don't know if there's a goaltending coach in the NHL that knows Wolf's tendencies and what you need to do to score on him better than Thomas Spear. And if you look at the goals, it's like, okay, going hard to the net, deflections, things trickling through, like secondary chances. We saw a lot of really nice goals, but you also saw a lot of really nice goals set up by the Sharks doing smart things to put Dustin Wolf off his game. So, I mean, kudos, sirs. Kudos. The Sharks were for many years a punchline. One of my dearest cousin. I'm allowed to pick favorites with cousins, but my cousin is a big Sharks fan, and he's been like, "Oh, they've been so bad for so long. What am I doing?" And this is the year I think he's starting to feel good about his fandom, because like that's just a fun team. And even with like, if you look at the list of guys they don't have, no Misa, no Phil Kurashev, no Will Smith. Will Smith is sneaky good. They also didn't have Adam Gaudette. They were missing, in addition to the cap floor guys they signed that are in no way actual hockey players anymore. They were missing about a half dozen regulars, and they still just did their thing and played their game, and the Flames just couldn't get enough goals.
That's right. And we are here on the Afterburner after this game in the SAP. Is it the SAP Center? I don't even know.
It used to be HP Pavilion.
And then
it was SAP Center at HP Pavilion, and
That's
now
right.
It's SAP Center at San Jose, which
Hewlett
doesn't make any
Packard.
sense to me.
Hewlett Packard dropped their subscription. They're no longer affiliated with those good folks in San Jose. Been to that arena. It's a bit of a strange one. Kind of looks like a science center from the outside. Would not picture it to be an NHL venue if you're just walking down the street.
The only story I've ever heard about the great metropolis of San Jose is, at the very least, the hotel that the Flames used to stay at, I don't know if they still stay there, had a furry convention. So when the Flames went there, I believe in the 2004 playoffs for the conference final, there was a furry convention at the same hotel.
Wow.
So yeah,
Jack, were you there?
Sorry, I blocked out. What?
That's Pike. I will be honest. I was I was running the risk of falling asleep on Mike, but I'm back. Guide me. I'm here.
Yeah.
Thanks
At
for
some
sharing
point,
that.
at some point, we have to ask Rhett about
Oh, yeah.
the sweet highlights.
Well, it
of
got him hooked.
the Bay Area.
It got him hooked on that sort of thing. Rhett is still an active member of that particular. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's Tuesday night. It's Afterburner. We haven't even talked about the game. What is going on here? Mike Gould, Ryan Pike with you. It's 6 minutes in. We've barely even said our names. Goes to show just what messes can occur after the Flames lose. Flames, Pike, are 0.002 of a percentage point up on last place in the entire National Hockey League after tonight's game. So much for the idea that they were playing themselves out of the lottery. The Vancouver Canucks have won back-to-back. The Flames losing in this one against the Sharks. Canucks now at 439 points percentage. Flames at 441. And tonight, the Flames trailed from basically the word go as Max Celebrini got his first of 4 fantasy hockey points in this game. They are real hockey points, but as we know, any player drafted first overall is just a fantasy. Max Celebrini sets up John Klingberg for an absolute beauty of an opening goal. Ford personally wouldn't want back. Hard to really pin it on him, but nevertheless, Sharks up 62 seconds in.
Yeah, and pass that goes quick like that, and then a shot like that. I don't know how you're supposed to square up to it.
It's tough. It's real tough, and there wasn't a whole lot Dustin Wolf could do. You could maybe argue a little bit more that he might have been able to do something on the second goal. Bit of a strange one, though, as it was Zach Ostapchuk deflecting a long pass or clearing or whatever by Vincent Iorio, the former Washington Capital turned Sharks waiver claim. The Flames thought this should have been icing. I think Dustin Wolf wasn't really attuned to the fact that.
Yeah, but play to the whistle. Like I would think Ostapchuk did get some wood on it, but play to the whistle. Like no one's gonna be mad at like I can't believe the Flames were so engaged in this game that they Dustin Wolf made a save on a guy off and offside. That's ridiculous. Like no one would care. Everyone would be like, yeah, you probably should play to the whistle. And yeah, it was just bad luck, but it's also something where everyone in white needs to be a bit more aware of what's going on, because like the bottom of that screen, it wasn't exactly, unless you had something in your peripheral vision blocking it, we could see the referee or the linesman on the broadcast. So you gotta pay better attention there.
Oh, what was that? Sorry, I was just reading a chat in the comments that was saying from Marvin, Wolf was not focused. That makes two of us. This game just did not command my attention. Pike, we still got 7 goals to get through in this one.
Hey, the first period wasn't bad.
The first period wasn't bad.
Every time 71 in black got the puck on a stick, you're like, wonder what he's going to do this time. So I think that was fun.
That's one word you can use. Blake Coleman, 10th goal of the season. We talked a lot about trade bait in the pregame show on the Warmies. Blake Coleman had a lot of warmth on that shot. Holy smokes. It's 10th of the year, and boy, what a bullet that was.
Yeah, he's tied for the Flames team lead in goals, and he is on pace for 22, 23. And if those two sentences back to back probably tell you what you need to know.
Oh my goodness. My eyes are watering at that one. It's a statistic. It puts it all
just for context, the broadcast, I'll say this, Sportsnet, thank you for keeping me up to date with how good it was. What they had a couple graphics during the game of here's how many points McDavid has, here's how many points McKinnon has, here's how many points Celebrini has. I believe Celebrini's third, but he's closing the gap. But during the Flames game, Nathan McKinnon, obscure Nova Scotia boy Nathan McKinnon, for his 27th goal of the season. Yeah. I don't know if any Flames are on pace to score 27 goals over a full 82.
I heard he has 27 goals. That's ridiculous. That's the only game still in action right now. It's Colorado.
He might have gotten to 30 at this rate.
Yeah, Colorado. They're playing Seattle. Colorado and Seattle, that game is still going. Seattle's been leading for most of it. Now they're down 4-3 late after Brock Nelson got his 13th. Looks like it's going to be another win for the Avalanche. They just can't lose a game right now. Certainly not in regulation time. Hey, But speaking of rare occurrences, the next Flames goal.
I thought of you when this goal happened because of a conversation you and I had on a probably, you got to have Ryan solidarity.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a nicer beard than me. He's got nicer hair than me. He's more talented at hockey, and he has more NHL goals this season than me. I really like that goal, and I will point out Adam Klapka. Adam Klapka is sneaky good in this game. Like he had a bee in his bonnet. He made good plays with the puck. He sets up a 2-on-1 just by calmly collecting the puck, noticing, oh, Lombo's going. Oh, okay, I'll get him to the puck. And yeah, it's a very nice goal for Lomberg. His first since April 11th last year.
We should talk a little bit about Adam Klapka. We'll get to the stuff about the Calgary Health Foundation later on in the show, but interesting development in this game as it progressed. Adam Klapka promoted to the Flames top line with Jonathan Huberdeau and Morgan Frost. Matt Coronado benched for the final 19 minutes of this game.
You will notice there are two things that Ryan Huska has been doing. It might be a Cam McLean thing, but I'm going to say it's Huska. In the last couple of games when they've needed goals, Klapka goes at the rotation, and 5 games in the NHL for Hunter Brzustevich,
something like that,
gets a heavy dose of offensive. Like you're shortening your bench, and you're putting in, like, they're leaning on Adam Klapka, who's on the power play, and they're leaning on Hunter Brzustevich, who has been very good. He's been unlucky not to get any points. He was pretty good in this game too. But yeah, I thought I saw that late in the game. I'm like, 43 is just mucking around out there, huh?
And Adam Klapka gets promoted. Weird to see Matty Coronado get scratched, or not scratched, but benched, as he did. He only played 4 shifts in the second period. I think a couple of those were on power plays. And then, nothing after basically the 1.5 minute point of period number 3. So bit of a strange development there. Wonder if Coronado was dealing with something. I highly doubt it. He was on the bench the whole time. So probably just a coach's decision in that part. But ended up not really turning into anything. It was Ryan Lomberg getting his first goal of the season in that first period. Looked like the Flames had some momentum, and then it's not Barry, it's not Bort, it's Barclay Goodrow with his second of the game. Bit of a dinky little one, but the puck was on the. Barclay Goodrow was named this game's second star. He had 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist.
And first star was 71?
Well, that's correct. So Max Celebrini, there were no goals in period number 2. It was a time for me to step out and go get some ice cream. It's on an uncharacteristically above seasonal night here in Calgary, Alberta. And when I got back, it didn't take all that long for Max Celebrini. Just 2:46 into the final.
He's big, he's rangy, he's got that big reach. It's hard to turnstile him because he's got surprisingly good boots for a guy his size. And here, Celebrini is just like yoink and just sort of spins around him, and you can almost see the body language of Kevin Ball go, "Oh, what the hell!" Like,
a rough one. It bounces off of him. It's he gets the double deflection there.
Throws it high, off Wolf, off Celebrini, and go to the net, kids, because good things will happen. This is the third goal that they've gotten. Just go to the net. So
something like that. Yeah.
I mean, and it seems to be becoming a bit of a trend forming in this game.
That was the eventual winning goal for the San Jose Sharks. For Celebrini, it was his first of 2 on the night. He now has 18 on the season, in addition to 33 assists. That's a very healthy total of 51 points for the second-year forward, first overall pick in 2024. And, people in the chat are focusing less on the goal and most on the fact that I went for ice cream.
What kind of ice cream did you get?
Went to Village. Got
what flavor?
Guides Mint, of course. Double scoop.
Ooh, nice.
Chuck's JC likes the ice cream in the winter. My buddy Tobin Larson is just absolutely.
Slurpees in the winter or popsicles in winter are also excellent.
Well, what city is the Slurpee capital of the world, right?
They don't have an airport, but scenic Winnipeg.
That's right. Winnipeg just drains those Slurpees like nothing else. Just like it's like a basin that gets drained.
I honestly, we tease Winnipeg, but we tease because we love Winnipeg's a nice little town. It's just right. The problem with Winnipeg is it's not as nice as bigger cities, but I don't know. I like Winnipeg.
You ever been to Salisbury's house?
No.
Oh, then yeah, don't like Winnipeg as much as I do. Go for a nip. That's what they call burgers there. They don't call them burgers. They call them nips. It's true. It's true. It's true. It is very true. They're also not particularly good. Sorry, Winnipeggers. Hey, Tyler Toffoli, shortly thereafter, a former Winnipegger himself, if only for one post-deadline run.
Forever a Flame, Tyler
Forever
Toffoli.
a Flame. Rasmus Andersson was extremely frustrated after this one. Ball kind of got tied up with Toffoli. Yeah, it was a rough game for this pairing. I talked on the show before the game about how I am fascinated by how the next 3 or so days play out with the freeze coming in. See what we hear about Rasmus.
I don't think anything happens for the freeze.
You know, Pike, we are in the business of speculation and generating interest.
I'm in the interest of telling things I think are true, and
Fine.
I don't think anything's it's gonna be an Elias Lindholm thing. He'll get Rasmus Andersson will be named to the Olympic team first week in January, and then within 3 weeks of that, he'll be wearing a different jersey.
Folks, you heard it here first. That is a Pike non-bomb about a future bomb. But for now, there's no bombs. The bombs are all being held in the bag, Santa's bag. He's keeping them safe. And then after Christmas, he's going to release them to the necessary authorities. And then they'll drop the bombs on Pike's discretion when it's necessary. Did any of that make sense?
I just don't think there's any reason for any, I don't think there's any team that right now has assets burning a hole in their pocket going, like Quinn Hughes. Yeah, I'll give you 4 first-round assets for Quinn Hughes because he's under team control for a while and he's Quinn goddamn Hughes. Like he's a Norris caliber defenseman. Andersson has been on level below that this year. I would say he's been maybe not excellent, but consistently very, very, very good. Like I don't want this to sound like I'm going Rasmus Andersson isn't good. Rasmus Andersson is exceptionally good. It's just there's like 10, 12 guys in the league right now who are better than him. And you would rush to make trades with those guys, including Quinn Hughes, a little bit faster than Rasmus Andersson with 4 months left in his contract.
So, Pike, is what you're saying that nothing ever happens?
Yeah, much like the 1930 film classic Grand Hotel. People come, people go, nothing ever happens.
It's true. It's true. That's like Devin Cooley's mantra. It's just slightly revised. If
you haven't seen Grand Hotel, it's black and white. It's it's kind of dated. It's kind of slow, but the dialogue is fantastic. And it begins with the lead bellhop saying nothing ever happens. It closes with him saying nothing ever happens, and then 2 hours in between is a bunch of crazy shit happening. So it is just basically a fantastic piece of filmmaking. And as an aside, I think we saw a very nice bit of offensive playmaking on Calgary goal number 3 coming up in a second.
We'll get there. Just what year was that film released, Pike?
I think 1930.
Do you have any Baroque references you'd like to share? Any LPs? Maybe gramophone. Your preferred brand? Do you have a preferred?
I have one of those ear things with the cone. It's sort of I listen to my classical music that way.
Yeah. For when the old printing presses, do you prefer those to be plated in copper or zinc?
You gotta go zinc.
Yeah, you prefer to have a magnetic ink?
Copperware is much more. Much more.
It tarnishes.
Greg M in the chat says 1932. I was close. The fact that it came out 30 years before I was, or 50 years before I was born, and I got that close. I'm pretty happy with. But great movie.
Yeah, I think if anything, Pike, you're probably on RKO's payroll with a take like that. Yeah, we're
AMC.
Getting there. You go. Get Robert Osborne in here. He'll figure it out. We'll get to the 5th goal. Oh, well, not the 5th goal. Good Lord, the Flames' 3rd goal. That was the 5th goal for the Sharks.
Nice goal. You're up 2 goals. What's the point of giving the Flames a power play? Yeah, that's my. If you're like,
you can never guarantee
they're not going to get 2 more goals. Let's just not bother with it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, I think he was in the crease, but it's hard. It's hard to go after that one at a precarious point in the game. And then, very interesting. No Matt Coronado on either 6-on-5 unit for the Calgary Flames. And then it is Max Celebrini just putting the bow on this one with Dmitry Orlov and Barclay Goodrow getting the assists with exactly 70 seconds left in this game, and that was all she wrote. The Flames lose in San Jose. They fall to 31st in the league by points percentage. Just again, 2,000ths of a point ahead of the Vancouver Canucks at 439. They were at 441. They are now 13, 17, and 4 on the season, as opposed to 13, 17, and 3 for the Vancouver Canucks. And if you go by points percentage, they're actually, a decent ways behind Nashville and St. Louis and Seattle and Chicago at this point now. Those teams sort of more in the higher 400s at this point.
And they're what, if we're going baseball style, just wins and losses, 13 wins and 21 losses?
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, you ain't making the playoffs unless you're 500 and fake 500 and then 500 and real 500. And I'll say this, the Flames have played some just superb hockey the last little while. Like they weren't October bad. They've been chipping their way into the standings a bit, but after this crazy good run they're at, they are still they started the month of December 7 points back. 2 weeks in, they're still 7 points back. They have, despite playing very well, they haven't made up any ground since the beginning. Since the beginning of November, they were 8 points back. They're 7 now. They've played pretty good hockey, and they've only made up one point. And the based on everything I'm hearing from everyone who knows stuff is, they're going to trade Rasmus Andersson at some point. And Rasmus Andersson plays 24, 25 minutes a night, first over the boards in most game situations. That's a big hole to fill. So if you're someone going, oh man, I'm worried about the Flames playing their way out of a good, good draft pick. One, they've played really well. And they haven't done that yet. Two, they're probably going to lose their best defenseman before the All-Star break or Olympics or whatever. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. If they're ever actually adjacent to a playoff spot, then I have all the time in the world for about what are you doing? But they've played very well and they haven't made up any ground. So
yeah, no, you said it. Absolutely. Interesting stuff going on in the chat. We got a couple super chats. We'll get them in a bit. Alphonse Grundau with a question. We're going to get to this one. Question for Mike Gould. What's your opinion on Stuart Skinner and Tristan Jarry? My opinion is that you spelled Stuart incorrectly.
Stu. I'm contractually obligated to say the word stew.
Are you?
Once.
Really?
I sat down and read my contract this week, and they snuck a lot of stuff in there.
Stuck that on page 6, right underneath. Right underneath, you are obligated to kick Mike in the shins whenever you see him.
Not whenever I see you.
Yeah, only every couple.
I have a certain amount of shin kicks I'm allowed to spread throughout the year.
Yeah. Well done on the yes and on that particular bit. It's very well done. That sums it up. Flames lose to San Jose. San Jose in a playoff spot right now. I don't know if I would expect it at the start of the year, the LA Kings and the San Jose Sharks to be in the 2 wild card spots in the Western Conference, but that's where we sit right now. With that game in the books, the Sharks now 17, 14, and 3. They are both above NHL 500 and at real 500. So there you go. San Jose Sharks in a playoff spot. We'll get to the road ahead. Things are changing for the Calgary Flames as they lose this game. They had won, I think, 4 of the previous 5 or something to that end. But now they have a bit of a strange run of games coming up. The holiday freeze kicks in the day after their following game, their next game against the Seattle Kraken. But before we tell you about any of that, Pike, there's a certain group of folks who we've been asked to make mention of. Have you heard of this, Pike? Have you been given any intel on the folks who are taking care of the road ahead for us?
I believe it's Platinum Mitsubishi.
Is that right?
I believe so. And
I heard it was Mitsubishi or Mitsubishi.
as you know, I met a mascot who's all kinds of Mitsubishi gear on in Japan.
Yeah.
And they told me all about the Highlander PHEV, although they said in Japanese, so I didn't really understand what the hell the mascot was saying. So I usually understand it better when you tell me.
That's the thing. You didn't understand it right because it's the Outlander PHEV, Pike. Unbelievable. It's not the Highlander PHEV.
I think we should just have a series of ones we just do wrong.
That's a totally different television show.
Outrunner, Outlander.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If Mitsubishi ever made a boat that ran ashore to be the Inlander, and we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it at that. Platinum Mitsubishi, they're good folks up at 2720 Barlow Trail, Northeast, with the 2025 model year clear out on in a big way, with incredible deals remaining on all remaining 2025 RVR, Eclipse Cross, and Outlander PHEV models. I would include the 2025 Outlander Gas in there, but there's no more left. So you missed the boat on that one, the inland boat, if you were. But you can still take advantage of up to $10,000 in savings and 0% financing available on those cars, potentially. Some of them, not all of them, because these deals are so good. They couldn't give them on every car, but there's still plenty of them that are available up at 2720 Barlow Trail Northeast. And by the way, Pike, every one of those cars comes with a standard 10-year powertrain warranty. If you're asking about a Highlander PHEV, I don't think they have a 10-year powertrain warranty. But if it's an Outlander PHEV,
but what about the boat? Does the boat come with a 10-year warranty?
Well, that's the thing. They keep it in a box, and in order to open the box, you have to say this could be anything. It could even be a boat. That's the mystery box bit from that one show with the guy named Peter Griffin. I think that was the name of the show. The Road Ahead, brought to you by Platinum Mitsubishi, and we kick it off with that game at the Saddledome. The Flames coming back home for a couple of games in their beautiful red threads. It is the Kraken visiting town at 7 p.m. Mountain on Thursday the 18th. That'll be a good one, followed by the Vegas Golden Knights 2 nights later. That'll be a Saturday Hockey Night in Canada late game, Pike, between the Flames and the Golden Knights. Ooh. Vegas is in a playoff spot. Calgary is not. That'll be an interesting one. Calgary, holds Vegas's 2026 first-round pick.
So if the Flames win, they can make their draft pick better.
That's right. Wait.
But they make their own draft pick worse.
So, yeah, you made the synapses misfire there. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, something like that. If the Flames win, their pick is better. But if the Flames lose, their pick is better. Their pick. Somebody's pick. Somebody's pick gets better if the Flames win, and somebody else's pick gets better if they lose. Something like that. That's right. It's a game between the Flames and the Vegas Golden Knights on Hockey Night in Canada. That game will be interesting, but the two following will probably be the most interesting. They might dictate the Flames' second half of the season with the way that they perform in these two games. There'll be big energy litmus tests. Interesting way to bookend the Christmas break. They will bookend it with a game in Edmonton, and they will return to action with a game against Edmonton in Calgary. It's Calgary-Edmonton in Edmonton, and then Edmonton-Calgary in Calgary.
So the 23rd, Calgary visits Edmonton. On the 28th, 27th, Edmonton visits Calgary.
So yes, on the 23rd, it is Calgary-Edmonton in Edmonton, and then the 27th, it is Edmonton-Calgary in Calgary. It's going to be two great games, and they're both available on Sportsnet. That plays. CBC also, the Flames play back-to-back Hockey Night in Canada broadcasts. The 20th, they got the late game against Vegas. The 27th, they got the late game against Edmonton. So they'll have a lot of national exposure. There'll be a lot of eyes on the Flames over these next couple of weeks. And by the time that they're finished with these 4 games, they will be just about halfway through their season. And they will have...
I'm gonna miss seeing Brett Kulak. Every time the Oilers come to town to catch up with Brett Kulak, he's a good lad.
Brett Kulak.
He looks good in 77, and Jack's 2 favorite colors, black and gold.
That's right. Yeah, he's the first defenseman to go from Edmonton to Pittsburgh and wear number 77 since
Paul Coffey.
That's correct. Pike. And 20 points
via Mark Spector. Spec asked them, "Hey, do you know who the last guy was?" And Kulak's like, "Yeah, because I called him and asked him if I could use his number."
That's right.
That's just a fun story. Nice work, Kulak.
Yuri 24/7 saying, not gonna lie, I think. Not gonna like I was cold on Mike in his early days, but this dude has gotten so much better on the mic. Well, that's very kind of you, Yuri. I think the same can be said about my buddy Ryan Pike over here. He's fantastic. That has nothing to do with the road ahead. We're just devolving into 33-minute in discussions about the quality of our commentary.
The nice thing is, though, after that 27th game, the Flames stay at home. I think they're at home through the new year, that's right. That's right. You're changing the subject, but yeah, that's right. But I want to change the subject again back to the subject that you were discussing about Brett Kulak. Jack, we got a comment here from Alphonse Grundo. At 11:21 p.m. Scroll up, get it. You need to put this one on the screen. We're not moving on without showing this comment at 11:21 p.m. from Alphonse Grundo. Pike, Kulk got traded. Kulk, they traded Kulk. They traded him to the Penguins. So yeah, that's what you said. You were talking. You're going to miss Brett Kulak. Yeah,
or Brett Kulk as that. So yeah, thanks for sticking with us through the road ahead. What was that you were saying? Yeah, they're staying at home through the new year. Boston, Philadelphia, and Nashville. That's right.
Yeah, and are they winnable games? Any game is winnable if you play well. Are they games that they're expected to? Do we expect them to run the table? I would argue not, but I don't know. We'll see.
We have another chat from Ken the Original at 11:23 p.m. Pike, you're gonna like this one. Pike is nearing legendary status. You're not there yet. You're close, but you got some work to do. You're nearing legendary status. That's good. You're getting close.
I mean, I've been to 0 Stanley Cup Finals. We work with someone who's been to 3. So, I mean, I think we all have work to do to catch up.
It's true. Rhett has been to 3 Stanley Cup Finals, often as a player. He's a good man. He's a very good player. I couldn't resist. I've been in front of every judge in the state, often as a lawyer. What time is it? It is 11. It's 11:24 p.m.
You took this bottle of bourbon, brownest of the brown liquors.
Brownest of the brown liquors. David, I'm very tempted. What's the line?
He just at the end says, "Don't forget that I love you."
Just take it one day at a time and know that I love you. There you go.
David Crosby. What a completely random aside in that episode.
It's just so good. Brownest of the brown liquors. Gordon Bragg asking, is Mike getting flipped by Cammy on the Friday show? That's the spelling. That particular spelling of Cammy just makes me think of Mike Camilleri. It's Cami. That's our friend Cammy Kepke, Afterburner co-host. I don't know if I'm going to be flipped by her on the Friday show. Pike, you going to be at the Friday show? It's the Drinky show on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be there? You're going to be there? That's good. It's good. Caden Judson 9027 saying this show is almost as off the rails as the one where Pinder went to the toilet live last year. No, it's not quite there. We're just having a little bit of fun. It's a Tuesday night after a big loss to San Jose, but we're not quite at Pinder on the toilet levels yet.
I thought the Flames were fine. They needed to be better than fine. We were talking before we went. I think we were talking before we went on the air. Yeah. You got 2 power plays, man. Like, the game is close. You got 2 power plays, and one of them only had 1 shot. They had 1 power play where they just sort of every shot went into someone's shin pads, which good for you, San Jose, getting in the way. But like, there's a reason that the Flames power play is 32nd overall. It just finds ways to take the air out of the momentum. And then the other one they had, they're also not very good. So like, you have 2 power plays, you do absolutely nothing with them. If you had gotten 1 in either situation, you probably have a chance to get some points.
This is why Ryan Pike is the consummate pro. Just always bringing it back to the business at hand, the topic on discussion, which is the Calgary Flames game against the San Jose Sharks.
Loss number 21.
Loss number 21 of the season. Hey, you know who doesn't have 21 losses to his name? You know who actually more likely has 21 straight wins under his belt, wins for his clients, wins on every opportunity. He takes these people under his wing, he flies into the sky and drops them off at their new abode, which just treats them exactly with the comfort and warmth they deserve, especially in this holiday season. Do you know who would do something like that, Ryan Pike?
Well, I'll say this.
Let's hear it.
If Derek Newman had been involved in the transaction that brought Quinn Hughes to Minnesota, they wouldn't have forgotten his gear in New Jersey.
Oh, Pike.
Because
You
Derek
just
Newman
spilled the beans right there.
He is so on the ball with those kind of details that you wouldn't need to worry about it. He would just take care of it for you.
Yeah.
But instead, Quinn Hughes went with rank amateurs to handle his transfer from playing and living in Vancouver to playing and living in the Twin Cities, and they forgot his gear in his brother's car.
You need folks who can navigate that dicey path. You're walking headfirst into the wind both ways from British Columbia to Minnesota. That's a tough trail. The Trans-Canada doesn't go down that way. You have to navigate tolls. You have to navigate all sorts of stuff. Derek, on the fly, without even consulting his guidebook, would be able to handle that just like a pro. And just think about if he can handle that sort of transaction, that sort of maneuver, just think about how easy it would be for him to, you say to Derek, thinking I want something central, my budget, maybe 300 grand. I don't know, something in a little townhome, maybe a little detached, little bungalow, high rise, whatever you want. Derek's seen it all. He's got everything. He's got the connections. He's probably got a fixer who could take you from BC to Minnesota, but that's not his ball game. When you're in his office, he's going to take care of you the way that you need. He's going to respond to you, and he's going to give you the care that you deserve, especially as we're getting into the cold months of the year. Derek is going to make you feel cozy and warm. It's like you're sitting in front of a fireplace, but that fireplace has a name, and his name is Derek Newman. He's got unmatched service, trusted experience, and a people-first approach. Because to Derek, the number one thing on his food chain, it's not a food chain, it's a supply chain, it's his business, it's what he cares about is people. And that's all about what he does at Derek Newman. So go to CIR Realty. Let Derek do the work for you. Email him at dnewman@cirrealty.ca or call 403-619-6661. That's got a great rhythm to it, 403-619-6661. Or visit dereknewmangroup.com. That's like a phone number that you'd have in like a Jennifer Lopez song. She'd like say, call me at 403-619-6661. And it's a real number, and you get to call Derek Newman. It's like a little Easter egg, except it's December, so it's Christmas. That's Derek Newman. Derek, did you like all that?
He wouldn't have lost Quinn's gear. They wouldn't have had to scramble to get him his gear for the game. It would have been waiting for him if Derek was involved.
Yeah, that's right. Derek is just he's amazing. John Cicada asking, is Mike related to Elliot Gould? No, I wish, but no, not that I'm aware of. I probably some way. We probably have a shared ancestor back in like the 3rd century or something, but no, not that I'm aware of. Pike, are you really related to any famous Pikes? Are there any famous Pikes out there?
I mean, one of my ancestors was a Civil War general. That's what they named Pikes Peak after.
Oh, wow.
And my ancestors, they came over from England, were originally pirates.
Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's.
I don't know if they're famous, but it's interesting.
I was thinking you might be like related to some like famous bakers or
allegedly somewhere in the family line. Alf Pike, former New York Rangers great back in the 20s, is related to us.
There you go.
I've never seen any proof of that.
We got some super chats to get through. We've been putting it off. We've been sort of discussing who knows what. Jack,
not this game.
Not this game. What is there to talk about? Super chats. Pike, I know you're enjoying this. Just absolutely above all. But Jack, we got to get through the super chats. Super chats benefit the youth centers of Calgary. It's a place where kids are welcomed and accepted as they are. A place where they can get a break from the chronic stress that is the reality for many of their lives, and where they can flourish through, say it with me, connections and fun. And we got some super chats. Nathan Explosion 1989. He was promised a frank discussion about Mitsubishis, but all I did was talk about the warranty ripoff. What does that even mean? $5.
Yeah.
Nathan Explosion. I think Nathan Explosion had another super chat in there, Jack. You might want to throw that up. Mike is bad.
Yeah. He gave $7 to a great cause to tell you that. Well, I enjoy Nathan. Nathan, I appreciate your generosity and that you provided context before you said Mike was bad.
That's right.
You had the shot and the chaser, and really appreciate that level of context.
I appreciate you laying out your principles, man, and I'll do better next time. The warranty, I understand. It's just a part of the puzzle. There's a lot more going on. It's like a real internal combustion engine. It's just made up of all these different components. I get it. So we'll delve a little bit more into like the super all-wheel control and the beautiful handling and all that sort of stuff. We'll get into that next time. We will. There will be lots more Platinum Mitsubishi reads to do on this particular television show. Is this television show? I don't know. Cheeks McGee $1.99, not the $2. $1.99, 1 cent, 1 cent below that last one. But hey, I was there. Asterisk, the Sharks. I don't know what that means. And
He
we'll
doesn't
leave it at
like
that.
the Sharks.
Doesn't like that. Don't like that. Hey, thanks for the super chats. Keep throwing them in there. We got a little bit more time on the show. We're gonna just take you through the rest of it here. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Calgary Health Foundation. You already mentioned it. You sort of disrupted the balance of this show a little bit.
I was
You were
excited.
You were
I was
excited.
excited at having someone that I had pledged money.
Yeah.
Score a goal and contribute some money to the Alberta Health Foundation.
That's right. It's the Calgary Health Foundation. It is a great cause. Lanny McDonald at these games in California. He made an incredible comeback a couple of years ago at the Calgary airport. It was the Foothills Medical Center cardiac team that saved his life. An incredible comeback off the ice for Lanny. We saw him make many of them on the ice. And now he's given his second chance to the Calgary Health Foundation, helping them raise funds to upgrade the city's, say it with me, cardiac catheterization labs. Catheterization, that's 6 syllables in one word. These upgrades mean faster diagnoses, safer procedures, and more lives saved here right at home. The Calgary Health Foundation, they need your help. 6 syllables. You can only pay for those sorts of things with 6 syllables with lots of donations. So you can see Lanny share his emotional story on the CHF website. And this is the crux of it. Until December 31st, any donations you make will be matched. Now, here's the thing. Pike and I have both made pledges to the CHF. And I had one pay a little bit tonight. Mine was to donate $25 to the Calgary Health Foundation the rest of the calendar year for each point scored by Igor Sherengovich or Connor Zary. And Connor Zary had a secondary assist tonight on that one goal scored by Blake Coleman. So there's $25 there, brings my total up to $175, 4 points for Igor, 3 points for Connor since I made that pledge. And Pike, do you mind reminding the good people just about your particular pledge there?
At the beginning of the month, I pledged $20 for every point that Ryan Lomberg got. And then Ryan Lomberg was scratched for 2 or 3 games right after I did that. But Ryan Lomberg scored a goal, and so $20. And the nice thing is both Mike's 175 and my 20 will be matched through the end of the year. So all I'm saying is that New Year's Eve game, maybe try to have your pledges in before then, your contributions in before that New Year's Eve game, because that night tends to get away from everyone.
See, it's kind of like how plus minus works. You know, if you're on the ice, let's say you're the Calgary Health Foundation and you are a player on the ice when Connor Zary scores a point. He gets a goal or he gets an assist. Zary obviously gets the point, but you get the plus too. You get the plus. Lomberg tonight, he got a plus. He scored a goal. And it was like the Calgary Health Foundation was the trailer, being like, they didn't want the puck. They just said, go, 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 score that goal. And Ryan Lomberg scored the goal, and now they get a plus as well. So that's $20 from Pike, 25 from me, and wouldn't you know it, all doubled, all in support of some great folks over at the CHF. We love them, and great to see Lanny on the road with the Calgary Flames. Awesome dad's trip. Sounded like a ton of fun. And, hey, they got a win for them in front of the dads for the Kings game 3 nights ago. Not quite there tonight, but still looked like it was a fun trip for all involved. So good stuff there, and good for Lanny getting back on his feet. We love that guy. Hey, if Lanny McDonald took part in an outdoor hockey tournament, I think he'd still kick my ass. I think he'd put me on my backside.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, I have.
He, for those of you who haven't met Lanny McDonald, we hope you have the wonderful opportunity to do so. He's a delight. He's also, even for his age, still kind of jacked. So I mean, I'd be willing to bet on Lanny in most sporting situations right now.
He's a strong guy. He's a Hanna, Alberta product, and they don't make him weak in Hanna. They make him as strong as oxen up there. And Lanny is Lanny could put together a pretty strong team of Hanna-ites if he wanted. But I'm sure we'll have some other excellent teams as well up at the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament back at the Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge, January 23rd to 25th. Those are the dates. You'll want to go to nationgear.ca, register your team ASAP. Spots are limited. It's going to be fantastic. And Jack, has got his screen share again, and I'm always just amazed by how Jack's able to make this work. Look at that. He's scrolling for us live. This makes for just wonderful television. And the folks, you can see, use that link to register. Jack, what happens when you click on that link? Let's see it. I want to see if I can make Jack do something, if I can compel him. Look at that. I said it. It's like magic. It's going to happen right in front of us right now. Jack, it's taking a while. Why? I
gotta open up a new tab, Mike.
Open up a new tab.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed. Jack, Alphonse in the chat is saying that you're a techno geek. You're letting him down, Jack. You're letting him down. You're letting everybody down. He's calling you a nerd now.
Nerd.
Yeah, he's calling you a nerd.
I'm actually
yeah, Jack, you are a nerd.
Jack's a beautiful man.
Let's see this.
He's a nerd. There we go. Look at how good that looks. So go to the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. Yeah, maybe they'll bring me up to that thing. I like to. Maybe even if they don't, I'm gonna try and I'll just jump in Pinder's suitcase. I think.
See, just what's gonna happen is they're gonna trade Andersson while you're at that tournament, and then
they're gonna trade Andersson while we're at that tournament.
Like that's
right.
my guess.
Then he'll play for one of the teams.
He'd come up and play for one of the teams at the tournament.
That's right. Here it says Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament where hockey meets the Rockies. That's a good tagline. It's a good tagline. So, yeah, go to nationgear.ca. Register now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep getting those super chats in. They benefit the youth centers of Calgary. Pike, you got any last sort of things rattling around that mind of yours coming off this game? Anything else you want to tell the good folks?
Not really. I mean, what's the old saying? Sometimes you lose. They played perfectly fine, but
is that a saying?
Yeah. Sometimes you lose.
I'm always saying that. I just walk into Starbucks and say, sometimes you lose.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think the Flames were especially bad, but they also weren't especially good. And their power play was kind of dull and uninteresting. And then Macklin Celebrini said, I'm going to do some stuff, you guys. And everyone on the ice is like, ooh, boy, I want to watch this. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes if you got a player like that, he can do a lot of things for you. When the Flames had a certain number 13 playing on their team, I vividly remember there was a Christmas, the last game before Christmas, I want to say in like 2014-15, Gaudreau's rookie year, and he had a hat trick in LA.
That's right.
Saved Christmas. He had a hat trick to
Christmas.
get them to overtime, and then Giordano scored in overtime to win it. And yeah, sometimes if you have difference makers, they can take over games and win games for you that you probably didn't play great in. So
that's right. Yeah, hey, the Flames need difference makers. Nobody's disputing that. We'll talk a little bit about a game coming up tomorrow. Look at some lines courtesy of our friends over at Bet365. It is never ordinary at Bet365. Head on over there, download the app, and get in on the game. Use the code. It says here, Nation. Oh, Nation. Nation, of course. Use that code Nation over at Bet365. Here's a game. Jack, you've pulled up the wrong screenshot here. I specifically said I wanted a hockey bet, not a NASCAR bet.
Is this not hockey? No,
it's clearly, well, the bit would be better if it didn't say car at Nush. It's NASCAR. Get it? Nashville and Carolina. Scubadasso G6 I in the chat just clocked me so hard. Mike Gould thinks he's funny. That's my vocal interpretation of those four laughing emojis.
What's the old saying? Someone told Mike he was funny once, and we're all still paying for it.
It was a bad decision. Hey, Carolina's favored in this game. This is a big tank game for the Flames. From their standpoint, they want Nashville to win this one, or at least their fans do. The over set at 6. The puck line at minus or plus 1.5. It is going to be a game to watch, and I don't know. Maybe we would go on the Nashville side on that one.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina's sort of been all over the place this year. They are the favorite, I believe, in the money line. But, Nashville's found a way to sort of, when they need to lose or it would be beneficial for them to lose, they find ways to win. So they're kind of all over the place too. Yeah,
they are. They're very much like the Flames. It is an interesting spot to be in if you are a team. Remember, folks, Bet365, never ordinary. Download the app, get in the game, use that code Nation. And why not just throw a couple throw a couple of bucks on the Nashville Predators and see if maybe the Flames can keep maintaining their position in the lottery standings, if you want to call them that. Pike. We are getting into the real cold time of year. It was nice today. It was nice out today here in Calgary. It was a nice day. It was sort of about 5,
Don't look
6,
at the
7
weather the
degrees.
rest of the week. Don't look the rest of the week.
Well, here's the thing, Pike. When the conditions turn in a certain way, what do you need above all else but a little cozy hole to cuddle up in, and just okay. Don't look at me like that. I'm just saying, a little cozy spot where you can relax. You can be with folks who are maybe similarly trying to stay warm, and who are maybe in the mood to watch some sports, maybe in the mood to throw some darts, maybe in the mood to play some Buck Hunter, because who isn't in the mood to play some Buck Hunter, especially after the Flames lose 6-3. Ominous Flames 14 saying, uh-oh, here comes another cringe segue, and you're dead right, because we're going to talk about the Unicorn. It's Calgary Super Pub. Pike, you got anything?
I like the Unicorn. I like the old locations. I like the new locations. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's a great
Nice
spot. 223 8th Ave Southwest, 3 floors, 3 bars, 1 destination. It's the Sports Cantina and the Unicorn on 4th, 1919th, 4th Street Southwest. Second location with daily specials, happy hour, and a brunch on Saturday and Sunday. It is just an absolute fantastic spot. We highly recommend you go there. You might get some free Flames tickets. You might get some swag. You definitely go to a place where maybe not everybody will know your name, but some folks will know your name, especially if you go back there a while. It's a really good little spot on 4th Street, and it's a big spot on 8th. So go check out the Unicorn if you're a little chilly maybe the rest of this week, because that's going to get into the low negatives, I would say, Pike. Got a cold front coming
The
up.
high negatives, the low
Low negatives, something like that.
Flirting with -20, so you might as well
that
go
right?
outside.
What's the
warm.
wind chill, Pike? What's the humidex?
I don't know. Depends on where in the city you are.
That's right. We did get another super
We're a
chat.
big city.
That's right. We did get a super chat. Who is this from? Fubar 1982 AWOL. How many trades do we see before the phrase 012? You talking just Flames? Because we could see maybe a trade for another team. I think the Buffalo Sabres having a new general manager and Jarmo Kekalainen does shake things up a little bit, especially if he wants to change things, on the fly, as the rumor has said the rumor mill has said that he maybe wants to do. Flames, I mean, you can always bet on nothing ever happening.
Precisely.
Yeah. I do think things will happen after the break, but we shall see. That's still a horse way ahead of the cart, I would say, or the cart way ahead of the horse. No, I forget. Nobody uses either of those things anymore. They use Mitsubishis. Hey, anything else? Anything else we want to get to? I know the chat is just absolutely cringing to death at my demeanor and behavior tonight. Pike, anything you'd want to add to that cacophony?
No. I think we'll see everybody on Thursday.
Yeah.
I think Michael, you got warmies on Thursday?
Who are you calling Michael, Ryan? No, I got warmies on Thursday. Yeah, well, we accidentally let Dean Molberg take over that show for the Saturday game.
It was very weird seeing someone do it professionally. I don't know if I liked it.
I know it's supposed to be a mess. That's sort of the description. It's that was in the abstract that they presented to me, and they told me to make it my own thing, and it just Dean kind of raised it above where it should be. And
it should be an interesting game. Flames in Seattle. Seattle always, I don't think Seattle quite knows what the hell they are this year.
No.
They could
Neither do I.
easily finish last overall, and I wouldn't be shocked. They could finish close to the playoffs, and I wouldn't be shocked. A lot of stuff could happen.
We appreciate everybody in the chat. Lots of fun laughing along with us tonight, trying to keep it light. Pike, been a great sport as always. Appreciate you joining us, and appreciate you staying up a little bit later. It's 11:46 p.m. Go to bed, friend. It's been a lot of fun. My name is Mike Gould, for our buddy Ryan Pike, and for Jack, you are the MVP. You are just an absolute star. We love you, and don't let it go to your head, buddy. We need you to stay humble and stick around with us. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you all, and we will see you again in a couple of days' time as Pike queued up. It is the Flames. It is the Seattle Kraken on Thursday. Be back for that for Warmies. We'll be back for Afterburner. There'll be lots of barn burner stuff to get to in the meantime. Until then, so long. Have a warm night. Have a very nice rest of your week. See you, buddies. You've been watching the Afterburner.